Hi guys, welcome back to challenge number 2, and it's really great to have you back. Now, if you remembered with challenge number 1, I asked you a very simple question, and the question was simply this: can you relate to the people in the video? Can you relate to the serious gamers, the guys that sit for hours and hours and hours, maybe 15 hours a day or 12 hours or 7 hours or even 4 hours a day? 4 or 5 hours a day is classed as heavy gaming. Okay, so that was the question. Now guys, let me just tell you this very quickly, okay? This entire website that I've created it because God himself put it on my heart. God himself put it on my heart to actually create this website, specifically for people who've maybe come to know the Lord, young people or anyone else that has come to know the Lord but has been trapped into this whole gaming thing, okay? So this is not going to work for you if you're not going to be honest. And so you may as well just be honest with yourself. No one's going to read your mind. Nobody's listening in. Okay, so my advice is just be honest with yourself. So the question was, would you consider yourself a gamer, a serious gamer? You know, if you're gaming longer than 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day even, it depends, okay? But if you've got a regular diet of watching, you know, playing games, okay, longer than, say, 4 hours or whatever, then you need to consider the question very seriously. You know, am I, you know, do I fit into this category? Right. But now here's challenge number 2, guys. And here's the question that I'm going to ask in this particular challenge. And this is a very serious, extremely serious question, because I'm going to show you some serious videos. Okay. The serious question is this: do you honestly think, and please guys, really just be honest with yourself. All right. Just be honest. It's just you and yourself there. All right. The question I want to ask you is, do you think that your gaming and your gaming habits will ever become a problem to you? It can cause problems in your life. Do you think so? Now, let's just be straight about this. If you answered yes, well, then it's good, because then you're at the right place at the right time. You've come to this website and it's good. Okay. And thank you for your honesty. But if you said no, then you're in the majority of people, because the majority of people will say, no, I don't have a problem. I get benefit from it, and it helps me to pass the time, and I enjoy it, and various other excuses and reasons and everything else why one would spend 5 to 6, 13 hours a day, whatever, playing online gaming. Okay, that's the majority of people. But now what I want to do is, guys, I want to show you the serious side of gaming. Okay, what happens when it does get out of control? So these are very short clips that I want to show you. The first clip I'm going to show you is about a young man that hasn't been to school for 2 years. He's got 2 brothers, and they wake up every morning. They also play games, I guess, but they wake up in the morning and they go to school. And this guy, his name is Logan, he just absolutely refuses point blank to go to school. And yeah, that's when it really becomes drastic and very serious. Have a look at this clip.
And what makes you unhappy?
Everything really. Like, I'm just not happy in general.
And do you think that's a part of it too, that when you're playing games you don't have to think?
Probably. Like, when I play games I don't really have to think about anything at all. I just play my game.
If he's feeling anxious and stressed in the bigger world, what does the gaming world give him, in your opinion?
In Logan's eyes, it gives him a space to be him. It's nobody can see him, nobody knows who he is, and he can be a character.
But Logan's escape has turned into an isolating and enduring obsession which is tearing his family apart. The obvious solution, banning video games, is not as easy as it sounds, according to Britta and her new partner, Les.
What happens if you say no, you can't do this?
It's not as simple as taking the cord away and going, oh well, bad luck, you haven't got the internet, because the repercussions from that, angry, aggressive, we've had to call the police before. I have been headbutted, I've had concussion, I've been bitten black and blue, all up and down my arms. I can't hold him back now. He's my height, so I can't physically restrain him.
We've heard about what happens when you try to go to school and you shove and push and so forth, but here when you're told stop, what's your behaviour like?
I just don't get off sometimes, and just refuse to.
And that makes Mum angry?
Yes.
Yeah. And how does
And
that...
upset.
Yeah, and upset. And how does that make you feel?
I feel upset as well, because I'm not trying to make her upset, but I just didn't see the need for me to get off.
Yeah.
And then we have a very tragic story to tell and a video to show you, where the very worst thing that can happen to anybody, to any parent, happened to this lady. I want you to look at this, and I want you to seriously, guys, I want you to look at this, and I want you to let this sink in and ask yourself, could this happen to you? Because I want you to realize one thing, guys. These videos that I'm showing you are just the tip of the iceberg. These are just people that have actually come out, that are willing to actually confess, hey, I've got a problem. It's not just them. There are millions upon millions upon millions of other people around the world, millions that are sitting in the same boat, that they, if they were given the opportunity, they would actually admit they've got a problem. And I do not believe that this video that you're going to see now is the only case. I know of at least other cases that has happened. Look at this.
Elizabeth Woolley missed those same signs 20 years ago and has been desperately trying to help other families. She only has memories of her son Sean, who grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Sean was 20 years old when gaming took over. His life changed in the blink of an eye.
How fast did gaming take away the son that you knew?
Within 3 months, I just saw a drastic change in his life. He started staying up all night, and his dedication to his work went down. He didn't eat. All he did was stay on that computer with that game.
Then, the unthinkable happened.
So it's Thanksgiving. You go to check on him. What do you remember?
The door was unlocked from the last time I was there, but the chain was there. And I could smell something. And so I broke in, and he was sitting in his bedroom with the rifle by his side, and the game was on the computer. He was sitting right in front of the computer. I just collapsed in the hallway. Nobody in our family had ever committed suicide.
Years have passed since Sean took his life. Now Elizabeth runs Gamers Anonymous to help other addicts, but wishes she could have done more for her own child.
So that's about as tragic as you can get. Now, guys, I myself, I know a little bit more of the pain that this woman who lost her son through him taking his own life. I know a little bit about it because I had the same experience, but it wasn't because of gaming. His last words to me was, "Dad, I don't want to go there." And I went for my run and I came back, and to find my son had actually taken his life. And the reason he did that had to do with the WhatsApp message he received from his girlfriend. When he read the words that she was pregnant, he didn't know what to do. And he was 16 years of age, she was 15, and you can imagine the confusion, the hurt, everything going through his young mind. So he decided to rather take his life than have to deal with that. It turned out, after the funeral and everything, and 3 weeks later, my mom actually died from a heart attack. So that message cost me the life of not just my son, but also my mother, because 3 weeks later she died of a heart attack. And when I approached the young lady to speak about her pregnancy, she confessed to me that she wasn't pregnant and that her sending the message to my son was just a joke. It was a teenage prank that had gone wrong. So guys, I know a little bit about pain of losing a child. It's devastating. It's really hurtful. And that's why I'm really hoping that you're taking these messages serious. I don't believe this lady is the only one that has suffered the fate of losing a child because of gaming. I don't believe it. I believe that's why she started this thing called Gamers Anonymous. It's to help kids. And this website is to help you. All right? So please take it serious. The last video I want to show you is about a kid, very smart kid, very, obviously a very bright kid who went to varsity and college, as you would call it. And well, let him tell the story. Here's the video.
But you had no idea that it could be a danger.
No, not at all.
But in middle school, Jake was bullied. As school friends disappeared, online gamers took their place, consuming all of his time. How much time did you spend playing?
If there wasn't the schoolwork, it was hours on hours on hours, every single day, as much as I could. It was my whole life for a period of time in that middle school space.
Yeah, technology became your best friend.
Yeah. Games became my best friend. I started to lose sleep in order to stay up later and play games longer. The sports and activities that I used to love started to slip away from my priorities.
Under his parents' roof, Jake was able to keep up with school. But university was a different story. In Guelph, away from home in his dorm room, Jake silently fell apart.
My experience playing games changed from being this fun, happy place to this challenge and way to try and find some kind of achievement and success, until eventually just became the way to get away from all of my pain. In that headspace of gaming consuming so much of my time and being necessary just to stay happy, I no longer had that time to even commit to schoolwork.
He started failing university courses, lost his work placement, and was about to get kicked out of residence.
My parents didn't know about my situation. They thought I was doing great. I had, over the years, mastered the art of lying to them so that I could keep this space of gaming alive.
In 2014, Jake became desperate and hit rock bottom.
I had three choices of either sending an email, which admitted all of my faults. The next option was I could run away, or I could kill myself.
Jake got into that danger zone, trapped by the game in his dorm room. On the verge of collapse, he made a desperate plea for help.
That was such a painful time in my life. I wrote the email crying. I sent it and laid down and cried. My mom called me, and I was crying.
It was Jake's SOS. Elaine frantically drove from her home in Caledon, Ontario, to the University of Guelph to rescue her son, terrified of what she might find.
I knocked at the door and he opened the door, and it was the worst day of my life as a mother. He's 6'2", and he weighed 127 pounds. I just hugged bones. He was trembling. He had facial tics. His face, which was usually squeaky clean, was a mess of acne. His hair was extremely greasy. He smelled horrific. The room smelled horrific. And he just looked completely disheveled and so fragile. I just held and held and held him, and realized in that moment that my eyes had been closed long enough. It was time to open them.
And folks, that's it for this challenge, challenge number 2. Guys, these are very serious messages that I've given you. So let's end off how we started this video. And we're going to end off by asking you the question, do you think that your gaming could become a problem to you? Guys, whatever answer you give, well, let me put it this way. If you said no, rather, if you said yes, then you've come to the right place. But if you've said no, then I want you to carry on with these challenges. Okay, whether you said yes or no, I want you to carry on with the challenges. What I'm trying to say is this: if you said no and you don't think it can become a problem, you really seriously need to watch the rest of the challenges, because you may be developing a problem and you don't know it. Now, I want to guarantee you 100%. I want to guarantee you, without you realizing it, that there is a problem, but you don't know what it is. And in the next video, I'm actually going to reveal what that problem is. So you need to watch the next challenge, challenge number 3. I'm going to reveal to you the existence of a problem that you may have, that have probably definitely got, okay, and you don't know it. So that's in challenge number 3. So thank you for coming to challenge number 2. And until then, in challenge number 3, this is Ron. God bless. Bye.